In life, we all encounter challenging moments, times when the road ahead seems uncertain, when the weight of the world feels heavy, and when our dreams seem far out of reach. But here's the thing. It's in these moments, during the toughest of times, that our mindset becomes the most important tool we have. Success isn't defined by how smooth the journey is, but by how we choose to navigate through the storm. The difference between those who rise and those who fall is the way they think, especially when faced with adversity. When things get tough, it's easy to get discouraged and let our fears take control. But real winners, they don't just go through hard times, they grow through them. They don't let temporary setbacks define their future. Instead, they look at challenges as opportunities in disguise, moments to learn, to adapt, and to become stronger. The winner's mindset isn't about avoiding problems. It's about how you approach them, how you view obstacles, how you stay focused on the bigger picture, and how you take small steps every day towards your goal, no matter what. So let's take a moment to reflect on what it truly means to think like a winner during the tough times, because your mindset is the key to turning any hardship into a stepping stone towards your success. Sure, here are 5 potential headings for a motivational speech on the topic, how to think like a winner during hard times. 1. Shifting your perspective, turning challenges into opportunities. 2. Embracing resilience, the power of persistence in tough times. 3. Focus on what you can control, taking action in uncertainty. 4. Cultivating a positive mindset, training your mind to stay strong. 5. Learning from setbacks, using failures as fuel for growth. Explanation of one heading is, there's a powerful truth that many of us tend to overlook when facing hard times. Every challenge we encounter has the potential to transform our lives for the better. It's all about how we choose to see the situation. When life throws us a curveball, it's easy to focus on the problem, to feel defeated, to dwell on what's not working. But the truly successful individuals don't see obstacles as roadblocks. They see them as stepping stones. They understand that challenges are not there to break us, but to shape us into the person we need to become to achieve our greatest potential. When you're facing adversity, the first thing you need to realize is that nothing is permanent. The difficulty you're experiencing today, no matter how overwhelming it may seem, is temporary. It's only through shifting your perspective that you'll unlock the power within you to transform your situation. Life is a series of seasons, and just as the winter doesn't last forever, neither will the hardship you're going through. The problem is that when things get tough, we often forget that we have the power to choose how we respond. We're quick to fall into a mindset of defeat instead of embracing the chance to grow. The greatest success stories are often born from the most challenging circumstances. Look at any great figure, any individual who has reached extraordinary heights, and you'll find that their journey was paved with obstacles. But they didn't let those obstacles define them. They used them to fuel their progress. The difference between someone who rises above adversity and someone who remains stuck is all in how they perceive the challenge. A winner sees a problem not as a barrier, but as an opportunity to learn, to adapt, and to emerge stronger than before. You might be thinking that it's easy to say this when things are going well, but it's far more difficult when you're in the trenches, and I get it. But here's the thing. When you choose to see your challenges as opportunities, you're no longer a victim of your circumstances. You're taking control. You are the architect of your future, not your situation. In every setback, there's a lesson waiting to be discovered. In every failure, there's a valuable experience that can guide you forward. The key is to look at every challenge not through the lens of limitation, but through the lens of possibility. Consider this. Every time you face a difficult moment and you choose to keep going, you're developing skills and mental toughness that will serve you for the rest of your life. You're learning how to adapt, how to navigate uncertainty, how to trust yourself and your abilities. These are the qualities that will define your success long after the storm has passed. Think about a time when you were faced with something you thought you couldn't overcome. Perhaps a career setback, a personal loss, or a period of uncertainty. Reflect on how, despite how difficult it seemed at the time, you found a way to move forward. It wasn't because you were lucky or had some special advantage. It was because you shifted your perspective. You decided that the challenge wasn't going to define you. You took responsibility for your response, and in doing so, you transformed the situation into an opportunity for growth. So, whenever life presents you with a challenge, remember, it's not the problem that matters, but how you choose to see it. You have the power to turn any obstacle into an opportunity to grow, to improve, and to become the best version of yourself. The winner's mindset isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about turning it into the very thing that propels you toward your success. The power to shift your perspective is always within you, and when you embrace that, you'll realize that every challenge holds the seed of opportunity. Keep shifting your mindset, keep seeing possibilities, and you'll find that what seemed like an insurmountable challenge was, in fact, the gift you needed to rise higher than you ever imagined. Explanation of 2 is life is full of ups and downs, and it's easy to feel like giving up when things get tough. But the truth is, it's not the circumstances we face that determine our success. It's our ability to persist through them. Resilience, the power to keep going in the face of adversity, is one of the most important traits we can develop. The path to success is rarely smooth. It's filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments where it feels like everything is falling apart. But it's in those very moments that your true character is forged. When life doesn't go as planned, it's tempting to question whether you're on the right path. You may feel discouraged, overwhelmed, and ready to throw in the towel. But the reality is that every great success story is filled with moments of hardship, obstacles, and failures. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't is persistence. Winners are those who can endure when things get hard, who can rise up every time they're knocked down. They understand that no matter how many times life pushes them down, it's their ability to get back up that will determine their future. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's something you develop through experience and choice. Every time you face a challenge and refuse to give up, you strengthen your ability to handle whatever comes next. Persistence isn't about blindly pushing through every obstacle. It's about learning to adapt, to adjust your strategy, and to stay committed to your long-term vision, even when immediate results aren't visible. It's about recognizing that setbacks are part of the journey, not the end of it. Think about the times in your life when things didn't go according to plan. Maybe you faced a career setback, dealt with personal loss, or encountered unforeseen difficulties. It wasn't easy, was it? There were moments when you questioned whether you should just give up. But if you look back now, you can see that those times shaped you. They taught you lessons you couldn't have learned any other way. They built your resilience, and that resilience has become a part of who you are today. Without it, you wouldn't be as strong, as capable, or as determined. The real power of persistence lies in its ability to transform challenges into stepping stones. When you embrace resilience, you stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start viewing them as opportunities for growth. Every time you persist through a difficulty, you gain strength, wisdom, and a deeper understanding of yourself. This is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary individuals. It's not talent, luck, or circumstance. It's the willingness to keep going when others would quit. Resilience is also about maintaining faith in your goals, even when the journey feels uncertain. It's about holding on to the belief that your dreams are possible, no matter how long it takes to get there. Persistence requires patience. It requires trusting the process and knowing that every small step forward is progress. Even if it feels like you're not moving as quickly as you'd like, the key is to keep moving, one step at a time. No one ever achieved greatness by giving up after the first setback, or the second, or the 10th. The truly successful people are those who understand that the road to achievement is paved with persistence. They don't let fear, frustration, or failure stop them. Instead, they press on, keep learning, and keep improving. So, in your toughest moments, remember that resilience is your greatest asset. Keep showing up, keep pushing forward, and remember that the strength you build today will carry you through the challenges of tomorrow. The power of persistence lies in your ability to keep going, even when it feels like all odds are against you. When you embrace resilience, you open the door to a future filled with possibilities, growth, and ultimate success. Stay committed to your journey, no matter how difficult it may seem, because with each step you take, you're becoming the person capable of achieving your dreams. 3 is, when life throws uncertainty your way, it's easy to get caught up in the things you can't control, the unknowns, the what-ifs, and the challenges that seem out of your hands. It's natural to feel overwhelmed in these situations. But let me tell you something important. The key to navigating through uncertainty and achieving success is focusing on what you can control. And that, my friends, is where your power lies. You see, life is unpredictable. We can't always control the circumstances we find ourselves in, nor can we control how others behave, or even the bigger events that affect our lives. But there's one thing you always have control over: your actions. No matter what's happening around you, the choices you make, the effort you put in, and the attitude you bring to each day are entirely within your grasp. When you focus on what you can control, you stop wasting energy on things that are beyond your reach. You stop stressing over the things that might happen or the things that have already happened. Instead, you focus on what you can do right now, today, and that's powerful. In times of uncertainty, it's easy to feel paralyzed by fear, to doubt your next step, or to wonder if your efforts will even matter. But the truth is, taking action, no matter how small, is what will keep you moving forward. Think about the areas of your life where you have power. You control your mindset. You control how you react to challenges. You control the effort you put into your work, your relationships, and your personal growth. The world around you might feel out of control, but your response to it is yours to shape, and that is a place of strength. In times of uncertainty, it's important to remember that taking action doesn't require having all the answers. You don't need to know exactly how everything will play out in the future. What you need to do is take the next step. Make the phone call, take the meeting, start the project, whatever it is that moves you forward. Focus on the things that you can do today, and don't let the fear of what you can't control hold you back. Let me share something with you. Progress doesn't always come in big leaps. Sometimes it's about making small, consistent efforts that compound over time. In uncertain times, it can feel like you're not making significant progress. But if you focus on taking action every day, no matter how small, you'll look back in time and realize just how far you've come. When you take action, you give yourself the opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to adapt. Sometimes the path to success isn't straight. It's filled with twists and turns. But when you're moving forward, you can correct course. When you're standing still, you have no ability to change direction. In the face of uncertainty, it's the person who keeps moving, who focuses on what they can control, who is best positioned to succeed. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going the way you planned. But remember, success isn't about waiting for perfect conditions. It's about making the most of the resources you have right now. It's about taking action when you don't have all the answers. When you focus on what you can control, you free yourself from the weight of external circumstances. You become more agile, more focused, and more resilient. So, when faced with uncertainty, shift your focus back to yourself. What can you do right now to move the needle forward? What can you control even in the midst of chaos? It could be your mindset, your work ethic, or simply how you approach each day. But every small action you take today will compound into something much greater in the future. The more you focus on what you can control, the more you realize that even in the toughest of times, you have the power to make progress. Your actions, no matter how small they may seem, are the stepping stones to your success. So in moments of uncertainty, take charge of what you can. Keep moving forward. Take action. And in doing so, you'll not only navigate through the storm, you'll come out the other side stronger, wiser, and closer to your goals. 4 is, in life, the greatest battles we fight are often in our own minds. The world can throw all sorts of challenges our way. Difficult people, tough circumstances, and unexpected setbacks. But the one thing that truly defines how we handle those challenges is our mindset. Your mindset is like the lens through which you view the world. And just like any lens, it can be adjusted to bring everything into clearer focus. The way you choose to think about things shapes how you respond to them. And when you cultivate a positive mindset, no matter what happens around you, you'll find yourself standing strong. Let's be honest for a moment. Life isn't always going to be easy. There will be times when things don't go according to plan, when you feel exhausted, or when you question whether it's worth it. But if you want to overcome adversity and rise above your circumstances, you've got to train your mind to stay strong. A positive mindset doesn't happen by accident. It's something you have to actively develop. It's a skill, one that grows stronger with consistent effort and intention. So how do you cultivate that mindset? It starts with your thoughts. You see, your mind is constantly feeding you information, whether it's from the outside world or from your own inner voice. And those thoughts, they shape your reality. If you allow negative thoughts to dominate your mind, you're setting yourself up to feel defeated. But when you consciously choose to focus on the positive, to see opportunities instead of obstacles, your whole perspective changes. It's not about ignoring the challenges or pretending everything is perfect. No, a positive mindset doesn't mean burying your head in the sand. Instead, it's about recognizing the challenges for what they are. Temporary situations that you have the ability to handle. It's about choosing to focus on what's working, on the progress you've made, and on the things you can control, rather than dwelling on what's out of your hands. When you train your mind to do this, you'll find that you have more energy, more clarity, and more resilience in the face of difficulty. Another powerful way to cultivate a positive mindset is through gratitude. When you make a habit of focusing on what you're grateful for, you begin to shift your energy from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude is a powerful tool because it forces you to look for the good, even in tough times. It helps you reframe your perspective, reminding you that there's always something to be thankful for, no matter how small. Whether it's a supportive friend, a recent achievement, or the simple fact that you woke up today, gratitude reminds you that there's always something positive in your life, even when things seem bleak. Positive self-talk is another essential part of training your mind. The way you speak to yourself matters. If you constantly tell yourself that things are impossible, that you can't do it, or that you're not good enough, that becomes your reality. But when you speak words of encouragement to yourself, when you affirm your strengths, and when you remind yourself that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way, you begin to rewire your brain for success. Your mind starts to believe in your potential, and that belief drives you to take action and push through the difficult times. One of the most powerful ways to strengthen your positive mindset is to surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environments you immerse yourself in all play a role in shaping your mindset. If you want to stay strong and positive, you need to be intentional about what you expose yourself to. Seek out people who lift you up, who encourage you, and who share your vision of growth. Fill your mind with positive, empowering ideas, and surround yourself with things that inspire you to keep going no matter what. Remember, cultivating a positive mindset isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about making the conscious choice to focus on the good, to train your mind to stay strong, and to believe that you are capable of overcoming whatever comes your way. When you build this mindset, you'll discover an inner strength you didn't know you had. And as you continue to feed your mind with positivity, you'll find that you're not just surviving tough times, you're thriving through them, becoming stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future ahead. 5 is, there's a common misconception that failure is something to avoid at all costs. We've all been conditioned to think that failure is something bad, something to be ashamed of. But let me tell you this, failure is not the enemy. It's an essential part of success, a powerful tool for growth, and the key to unlocking your true potential. If you learn how to embrace your setbacks, you'll discover that they can fuel your success in ways you never thought possible. Life is full of challenges, and not everything is going to go your way. You'll face disappointments, setbacks, and moments when it feels like you've fallen short. But it's not the failure itself that defines you, it's how you respond to it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't in their ability to avoid failure. It's in their ability to learn from it, to use it as a stepping stone towards something greater. Think about some of the most successful people in history. They've all faced failure at one point or another. The key is that they didn't let their setbacks stop them. They used them as learning experiences. They took a moment to reflect on what went wrong, identified what they could do differently, and then got back in the game with a renewed sense of purpose. Every failure was an opportunity to grow, to improve, and to come back stronger. So what does that mean for you? It means that when you experience failure or setbacks, you don't need to beat yourself up about it. Instead, take a step back and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What can I do differently next time? Failure is never a reflection of your worth. It's simply a reflection of what didn't work in a particular moment. And with that insight, you're empowered to make changes, to try again, and to move closer to your goals. One of the most important things to remember is that every failure teaches you something valuable. It's easy to focus on the negative side of things, the things that didn't go right, but if you change your perspective, you'll see that each failure holds a lesson. Maybe you didn't succeed the way you envisioned, but did you learn something new about yourself in the process? Did you discover a strength you didn't know you had? Did you develop new skills or gain a deeper understanding of what you truly want? Failure also builds resilience. Each time you face a setback and keep going, you're building the mental toughness you need to handle future challenges. It's easy to succeed when things are going well, but the true test of your character comes when things don't go according to plan. The more you learn to bounce back from failure, the stronger you become. You learn that setbacks don't have to define your journey. They're simply part of the process, and each one brings you one step closer to your success. The fear of failure can often hold us back from taking risks or pursuing our dreams. But here's the truth, without risk, there's no reward. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, every time you try something new, you're bound to encounter obstacles and setbacks. But that's where the growth happens. That's where you find out what you're made of. If you're afraid of failing, you'll never know the extent of your potential. But if you embrace failure as part of the process, you open yourself up to the possibility of achieving greatness. Learning from setbacks means developing the mindset that failure is not final. It's not a dead end, it's just a detour on the way to your success. Each time you fail, you have the chance to reassess, refocus, and adjust your approach. It's not about avoiding mistakes, it's about learning from them, getting back up, and moving forward with newfound knowledge. So, the next time you face a setback, remember this. It's not the failure that matters, it's what you do with it. Use it as fuel for your growth, as motivation to keep pushing forward, and as a reminder that you're capable of far more than you think. With each setback, you're building the foundation for your ultimate success. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward, because the best is yet to come. Remember, setbacks are not the end, they are the stepping stones to your success. Embrace failure, learn from it, and use it as fuel for your growth. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Keep moving forward, one step at a time, knowing that every moment of struggle is bringing you closer to your ultimate goals. Stay committed, stay positive, and never stop growing, because your best days are ahead of you.